This is Austin. This is my life, 7 days a week. There's always something going on in this city, which can be a good thing, or when you have something to do, bad thing. Being self-employed, I'm mobile. I get to work wherever I want. This coffee shop is what I call my office. Great coffee shop, great people. I love the freedom of my life choices. But the redundancy, something had to give.
Our first priority in every flight is the safety of our customers and crew. So please give us your attention for this important safety message.
Why Alaska? Well, I just turned 50 this year, and I'm not going to live forever. Since officially starting my own business in 2011, it's been all about doing things for other people. I haven't done a single thing for myself. It's not that I'm not humbled by it all. I didn't think I'd be in business for a year, but I've learned I needed to step away. What's the point of success if you can't enjoy it? To me, that's the key. I didn't stop working for corporations only to be a slave to myself. I've always said, go big or go home. Well, I went big. If you're not gonna go big, what's the point?
Ladies and gentlemen, in preparation for landing, please bring all chair backs and seat tables to their full upright and locked position. Please make sure your seatbelt is securely fastened now and all carry-on luggage is securely stowed. The flight attendants will be making their final cabin check now. We will be on the ground shortly.
Getting my hearty breakfast on. Fruits and vegetables. Which one of these bad boys are gonna keep a bear out? Yep. Okay. Got my bear keg here. Got my drinking water, but also got my life straw, so whenever I'm out hiking and stuff, I can drink right out of the river. Got my handy dandy hatchet. So the plan was to spend 10 days in Alaska, living in the back of an SUV, you know, being rugged. That is not going to happen. I am currently renting space in a parking lot because we can't light fires anywhere in Denali State Park right now because there are wildfires actually further down south. So I rushed all the way to get here. There's no place to stay. This is going to be my home for tonight. I got my little living area in the back of my SUV. I got my bear canister. I mean, I'm prepared. Just can't go anywhere and do what I wanted to do. I've got the rest of the night, some sunlight to figure out what exactly I'm going to do tomorrow. Been waiting for 10 years to come here, and now there's wildfires. In fact, trying to take a picture of scenery is pretty much impossible right now because it's so hazy from the smoke. But it is what it is. At least I came to Alaska, but I am going to go to Fairbanks tomorrow, and maybe it's better up there. Only got 100 more miles to go before I get there, and there's also other parks in Alaska, obviously. So we'll see how it goes. Somebody just hit the curb. That's awesome. So some more people showed up, and we're having a little parking lot party here today. I feel like if I stay here, I'm not going to be the only one getting in trouble, and the only one that's going to be like, oh, I didn't understand. And I also feel safer because, you know, bears and stuff. Yeah, I'm going to call it an early night. This was day one. Not as spectacular as I thought it would be. So anyways, yeah, good times. So I am in Fairbanks right now, and there ain't shit to do at all in Fairbanks. Trying to find downtown. There's no signs unless you're coming from a different way, and I couldn't find anything on Google Maps because my cell phone service does not work here. Thanks, Brent. I'm getting the hell out of here as soon as I can. I was planning on spending 2 days here. That ain't happening. Yeah, I'm just gonna go further south, past Anchorage, and maybe go to Homer. Who the hell knows? I mean, what's the point of a vacation? You don't have to plan anything, right? You just do. Of course, the only thing worth doing here is the Asian Bistro. That shit is the bomb. It's 9:30 at night, it's starting to get cold. I'm gonna go in, and yeah. At least I got a lot of great photographs today. That's kind of the point of this trip, right? So, anyways, friends, we're gonna make this this shit count. Right? Right. I didn't come up here to be disappointed. Although Alaska, it doesn't really care what I think. So I ran into a trucker at a gas station, and he told me probably Denali during Labor Day weekend if I want to see grizzlies. Not a good idea, because there's a lot of people that go there on Labor Day. They fish, the grizzlies get timid, they move up country. I'm not going up country, so he told me to go 2 south. There's 2 less popular parks. Not that they're less beautiful, they're just less popular. And he's like, there's moose there, and his exact words, moose don't give a shit about people. Maybe this trip has not gone the way I wanted it to, but that doesn't mean I can't make it everything I want. So I'm on 2 south looking at some pretty awesome scenery, and I'm not going to see anything but this for the next 100 miles. Ooh, car. Rush hour traffic. So I did hear a moose. Unfortunately, I don't think he was saying to his buddies, hey, let's go say hi to the nice guy from Texas. I think it was a warning to get the hell out of Dodge. So, yeah, but at least I'm hearing wildlife now, which is a far stretch from Denali. And, you know, wildfires have that ability, I guess. I found my home for today. By a river. There's a fire pit here. The road's right there if I need to get out quick. There's woods where I can walk through. And it looks like people have done that here before. So one thing I've noticed about Alaska is you don't see a posted private property sign. And there's a burn pit. People have done it here before. And you know what the advantage I have is? I'm not from this state, so I can be like, oh, I didn't know, officer. So, you know, I keep driving, and I keep thinking I'm gonna stop during the night and camp out there, but what I really came to Alaska for is to hike during the day and get photography. So, I'm at a place called Big Delta. Nobody's here. It's freaking wonderful. All the state parks are packed, but nobody is here. Yeah. I think I found home for today. This is great. Pretty excited about this because look at my surroundings. Look at my surroundings. You're getting sleepy. Anyways, I am right next to the road, but I'm also surrounded by lushness, and I can just chill here, think, and start a fire. This is freaking ideal. And really, after all the stuff I've been going through, I just kind of need a place to sit and chill and collect my thoughts. So I'm staying here, Big Delta, like it or not. So these three dudes just showed up out of nowhere, and they were like, "Oh, you planning on staying, blah, blah, blah." And I heard the sound of banjos playing like you would not believe. They saw my cameras, and they were like, "Oh, you got a lot of equipment." I'm not staying at this place, but to tell you the truth, if it gets dark and they're not here, I'll come back. So, yeah. All right, so welcome to my new home. I found an area where it looks like a lot of people have been before, and there's nobody here now. There's rapids right over there. My view first thing in the morning is going to be incredible. I have a place for a fire. That's why it's been taking me so long. I actually got here about 45 minutes ago, but I know before it gets dark, you better get wood. I know how that sounded. I'm getting ready to start a fire so I could probably stave off some of these bugs that are driving me absolutely insane. I thought, being from Texas, I knew bugs, but I don't know crap. Why the Fritos, Phil? There's no better kindling in the world. Oh. If I could stop eating my kindling. Huh? Watch the magic. It's a little windy, so I gotta be careful. Last thing I want to do is start a forest fire. Alaska's been dealing with that enough. Yeah, they normally catch right on fire. Ow, fuck. Oh, I've got flame. Thank you, Fritos. It may not be good for my stomach, but you're good for my campfires. Wasn't kidding, was I? You need to get back over there. Stay in your bounds. It gets pretty cold out here in the middle of nowhere. So I got my hat, I got 2 blankets, and I got a fire. With all the adversity on this trip, I forgot it's adversity that actually brought me here. 8 years ago, I quit my job. They were paying me $13 an hour for doing creative work for I don't know how many companies. And I had no ownership over any of it. Felt stuck. And I talked to my therapist, and she was like, "Sounds like you're being taken advantage of." I was like, "Gee, you think?" I said, "How do you know when to quit a job?" She said, "It'll become inherently obvious." One day it became inherently obvious. I was terrified. Yet now, I make a living wage. I was able to save up money to come to Alaska and be aggravated. Funny how that works. I'm supposed to have a friend come with me. And it's no offense to her, but I'm kind of glad I came by myself. I think I needed to worry about me for a change. You can't put a price on remembering who you are. And I think Alaska is designed for that, and I don't know how I inherently knew that. It reminded me I'm a survivor. Then again, most people are. We're so comfortable. We don't realize we're not only surviving, but we're thriving. Go figure. I'm glad I did this. Hell of a view, right? Man, went to bed, it was decent temperature. Woke up, it's 47 degrees. Thank goodness I had 2 blankets, because I didn't feel it at all until I took the blankets off. And of course, this was my main priority, is getting a fire going, or else I wasn't going to be able to eat. Bugs are still biting. They don't care about the cold. I guess I didn't get the memo. But it's time for breakfast. Enjoy this for a little bit. Let my brain wake up. Still got my trucker crank coffee from yesterday, half full. So what a way to start off the day.
I just stopped and talked, got some coffee and gas, and I asked how much is a coffee, and he's like, it's complimentary. I'm like, all right, I like talk already. And he also said it's starting fluid for the morning impaired. Yeah, that's one for the record books. That's awesome. And you know what? Coffee's better than the ones I paid for. Said rough road for 12 miles, but my God. This is insane. Just some random dude walking along the highway. Oh, like a roller coaster, except more dangerous. Yes. So I just met a cool lady named Juanita who works at Posties. It's like a little gift shop and stuff. And she told me I had picked the right road to go on by accident. She's like, this is where all the waterfalls are, and this is where the glaciers are, and everything like that. So, you know, making a choice like this and saying, maybe I'll take this road instead of the other road. Yeah, this is what life's all about. I'm going to try and get to a place called Valdez tonight. Valdez nuts. Anyways, it's spelled Valdez, but they call it Valdez. I'm gonna go in there and try and tell the locals that they're pronouncing the name of their town wrong. That'll go over well, especially a guy from Austin, where we call things like the Guadalupe, and Manchaca Road as Manchac. Yeah, all about the pronunciations, yo.
gotta tell you, I love Valdez. It is gorgeous here.
I think this all started with me quitting my job. You know, it's often the things that we're most scared to do that we should do in a hurry. Fear only keeps us from the beauty of life. And this is proof.
It's just really friendly here. It's a great vibe this town has. The mocha doesn't suck either. So I'm really glad I came here. I mean, this was not even on the radar as far as places to go in Alaska, but it's probably the best stop I've made so far. So thank you, Valdez. You rule. And just so you know, it's pronounced Valdez.
Here I am at the gas station slash laundry slash souvenir shop in Valdez, doing my laundry. See that? I'm gonna climb that. Okay, I've learned two things about myself on this trip. One, always bring camera gear so I can carry this stuff. It's way too steep for me to like use my hands and everything like that, so I screwed the pooch on that maybe 3/4 of the way up and can't make the last quarter of it. And two, how insanely out of shape I am at high elevation. This is ridiculous. Anyways, it's time to go to the gym. as I sit here with this traffic problem, seems to be a metaphor for my life. You know, I think I'm in a hurry. Stop. I'm constantly... Alright. I'm kind of personally disappointed in myself that I couldn't make it to the top of Worthington Glacier. And it's because all I do is sit on a computer in a coffee shop and I do nothing to take care of myself. Well, man, I am 50 and I nearly could not breathe. And that scared the crap out of me. So I need to stop and rethink a lot of things that I've been doing with my life. Because I used to be pretty active. I used to be very in shape, and I don't know who this guy is. I've just been on a steady decline. What I need to do is stop and rethink some things. Metaphor. It works. So, slight conundrum. It just rained in the area I was planning on staying. Right now I'm heading south towards Anchorage, and I'm hoping I can find a little place to pull up before sundown, but I really don't think I'm going to be able to. If the wood's wet, I won't be able to start a fire. Being it's already only 54 degrees, the morning's not going to be much warmer, and fire's kind of important right now. I may be heading all the way into Anchorage to get a place to stay, even though that was not in the cards. So, hey, you know, this vacation's been all about rolling with it, baby. And who rolls? This mofo right here. Anyway, I better pay attention to driving, just for fun. So after all night driving, I finally arrive at Palmer, Alaska. Shit looks sketchy as fuck. It's the only place I could find that had a motel. I'm just glad it was open. I'm also glad that it was probably the cheapest place I've found since I've been in Alaska. But yeah, this is my life tonight. Okay, after a good night's sleep, I think I was a little quick to jump to conclusions about this place. This place was pretty awesome. It's the Pioneer Hotel in Palmer. You know, when I was coming off the road, I was like, oh my God, Palmer. It's an oasis in the middle of nothing. And then I saw the hotels were down these back streets and they just said motel, and I'm like, 1 hour motels, huh? But they really aren't. This is probably one of the nicest places I've stayed in Alaska, and it is the cheapest. And the people are super friendly here, and look at this room. Nice comfortable bed here. I mean, you know, everything was just awesome here. So if you're ever outside of Anchorage, stay at the Pioneer. I think it was just the fact that I'd been on the road all night and there was some girl outside complaining about her boyfriend to some friend on the phone, and the fact that her boyfriend or man was playing the TV so loud. And the walls are really thin here, so it was like 2 over and I could still hear the TV, but still, once the TV went off, this was probably one of the most nicest places I've stayed. So anywho, time to hit the road again on my way to Homer. Let's see how my non-plans work today, because I'm not making any plans. Whatever happens today happens. That's how I roll. Well, this just happened. thought I'd never be in a McDonald's ever again in my life, but, you know, thing is I don't have a choice in this town. It's between this and Wendy's. And I don't have time to explore today, because that's what out there is for. So, I'm gone. Pray for me while I eat this McMuffins. Not even real food. But this is my freaking view. So, suck it. Meet me at Sausage McMuffin. Okay, so I'm just outside of Anchorage. It's time to head south. Well, looky here. I feel like Alaska's like playing a video game. Will you take the wood? And then you're like, I may need that in the future. How much am I carrying though? If anything, I can dump it later, right? So I'm riding south to Homer, and seems the fires have followed me down here. It's nothing but hazy, and you can smell the smoke, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to Homer. But we'll see how far south I can go, and just make do of it. I started this trip getting above the fire line. Now I'm ending this trip getting below the fire line, only to come back and try and get above the fire line again. So as I was driving into Homer, I was losing hope of finding a place. And this is what I found. Yeah, let's go for a walk. Entree. This is my place for the next 2, maybe 3 nights. Dang. What? Dude, can you say score?
Seafood spaghetti. Oh my god. So good.
Something's trying to serenade me. All night. It was over here, but now it's over there. Probably because I went and got the camera. Interesting noise. Just wish I knew what the hell it was. It's all night.
So how grateful am I that I found Homer at the end of my trip. This town is kind of like Austin before all the weird attitude started coming into Austin. And yeah, in a way it makes me miss home, but I know whenever I go home, I'm going back to the, is this gluten-free? And I think that's what is bothering me about living in Austin now, is the idea that people there think they're gonna live forever and be pretty forever. And if anything, I'm proof that they're not. I moved to Austin when I was in my late 20s, and now I'm in my 50s. I've gone through a lot of changes. I mean, that's just life. You just gotta live while you're here. Let me be clear. It's not that I hate Austin. I just know that I don't fit anymore. I'm not young, I'm not sexy. I'm not doing workouts 20 times a week. It's because I'm busy doing stuff. Trying to leave a legacy. Nobody there is thinking about leaving a legacy. They're only thinking about getting laid. And makes me feel like I'm one of the few in that town that actually understand it. Life's temporary. You gotta do something with it while you got it. And if all you're doing is getting laid and trying to be cool, what a pointless life. I don't know, man. Austin's my home. It's where I technically grew up. And all I know is that wherever I go, there I am. But I felt more at home in here in Homer, because I think they get it. Nature has taught them that life is temporary, especially when there's fires bearing down on them. You gotta live while you can live.
was thinking about how my journey was very metaphorical of my life once I let go of the idea of security. It's very scary. There are moments of suck, but you just keep going. You end up at what you think is the end of your journey, much like the Sterling Highway ends in the middle of the bay. But then you realize all you need to do is be willing to take a different mode of transportation. It's pretty cool, actually. There's a world beyond what we think we know. It's just about having the courage to experience it by letting go of what others might think about our lives and caring more about what we think of it. Security is an inside job. On my last full day in Homer, it rained. All day. I did what any self-respecting adult who has accepted that things are going to go the way they are no matter what I think about them. I did what was in front of me. I got to work on the photographs I had taken. I realized what an experience I just had, and how none of it was my doing. The sense of freedom was overwhelming, and the gratitude that ran through me brought me back to who I was. I had chosen my path in life. The universe said it was a good choice. I could relax now.
Bye, ladies. I'll miss you. That's right. It's been fun.
As I left Homer, I reflected on the time I spent, but mostly on how I chose to spend that time. This trip could have been a disaster. I allowed it to be magical. Like this burnt forest, I know it will grow back and be just as beautiful as it probably was, much like so many things in my life I thought I would never recover from once they were lost. But here I am. I am happy. And even more than that, I am content. I am grateful to know how much more precious that is than being happy, and much more fragile with all the expectations I place upon myself. I had forgotten that lesson life has tried to teach me so many times before. Much of what I experienced could not be captured on film, which made it all the more meaningful. It was intimate and personal. Someone watching this will probably gain nothing from my adventure. I don't expect that they should. My only hope is that they go on their own and feel what I feel. I think I'll miss Alaska more than it will miss me. However, wouldn't it be nice if it did? Don't we all want to be missed by something beautiful?